Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today we're going to try Oud Malaki by Chopard. So, Oud Malaki is probably one of the oud fragrance that we hear the most people talking about it. It's not like the one that is the most talked about, but it's at least in the top 10 of the oud fragrance that we are talking about all the time. And I was able to get a little sample of it. There's nothing else to show them. Blue sample, actually like that bottle. So let's try this one. So as I spray it, there's a lot of freshness that I'm picking up, some citrus, but it's really soft. So it's hard to describe what it is. And there's a lot of tobacco also. It reminds me of an old school tobacco, a little bit like Open by Roger Gallet or Havana by Aramis. Like the whole fragrance doesn't remind me this, but tobacco note does. Paper, there's a lot of spices, a little bit of tobacco. It's with the spices on the paper, it doesn't seem like the old school tobacco note. It seems more of a pipe tobacco, like some dry pipe tobacco in a bag. Actually, it reminds me the white Captain Black tobacco bag, to be super specific. If you don't know what it is, it's bad, but if you know what it is, you're gonna have a good idea of what this fragrance smells. Picking up a little bit of grapefruit. Give a little bit of Artemisia. That was not really picking up on my skin, but it's really subtle and it will probably just be there in the top. And that's about it. Let's say the spice, there's like a deep and rich undertone that is made by the oud, but it's mostly the spice and the tobacco that I'm picking up, and I'm not really picking up the oud on paper. On my skin, what I was picking up in the top note, I was picking up a lot of spices, a little bit of tobacco, or like moderate amount of tobacco, moderate amount of leather. I was also picking up a little bit of oud, a little bit of grapefruit, and a little bit of lavender. In the heart, now the oud get really powerful and become the center of the fragrance. The tobacco and the leather still there moderately. The spices tone down a lot and it's just there as a background note. And I'm starting to pick up a little bit of ambergris also. It doesn't seem like those bubblegum and Ambroxan kind of fragrance. It smells a lot like real ambergris. And as it keeps drying down, one point the oud stays really present and there's a woody note that is there, and I would call that woody note more like of a nut note, like hazelnut or something like that, but it's like woody nutty note that is there, that's really present. Then there's also a little bit of leather and a little bit of ambergris. And in the far right down, I'm picking up a little bit of oud and a little bit of ambergris that is still on my skin. And both of them are really close, so it really made a special mix of oud and ambergris. Projection is pretty good. 6 feet around me, people were able to smell it, and longevity was amazing, over 12 hours. I see a lot of people that vote that it's moderate or just long lasting, so it might be not going over the 12 hours for you, but it's most likely gonna be really good. For the complete note breakdown, top notes are grapefruit, lavender, and Artemisia. Heart notes are tobacco, spices, and leather. And the base notes are oud, woody note, and ambergris. And where I would see this fragrance, I think it will be a really great business fragrance. It's really nice, really elegant. There's leather, tobacco, spices, oud, and wood. Even like the ambergris doesn't make it seem like something super sweet. It makes it really elegant, and it's really a natural ambergris, so it will be an amazing business fragrance. As a dating fragrance, I think you could make it work. It smells nice and really interesting. It's not quite that style, but I think you could make it work. In a summer-winter spectrum, I think it would be pretty bad for summer, though it doesn't seem like something that would be cloying in summer, that will make you suffocate. So you could pull it off with really a few spray, but it's not a summer fragrance at all. As a winter fragrance, I think it will be really good. The smell makes it somehow like in that fall winter category, and the projection is pretty good, so it will be great for winter. It should cut through the cold pretty easily. And as an everyday fragrance, I would say that if you need to dress sharp at work, and if you need to dress sharp for whatever event or thing that you're going with your everyday fragrance, it could work well. The fragrance is not quite that type. It's not really casual. It's a bit more formal. So if you're wearing jeans and t-shirt, you could wear it. Could put it up, but it's more of a formal fragrance for me. And if you're dressing more formal, business casual, business as a daily attire, you could make it work as an everyday fragrance because it smells good, project well, lasts a whole day. All of it makes it good for that. The only thing is not quite that type as an everyday fragrance. That's why I'm like putting specification, but you could pull it off easily. Yeah, I was really surprised. Fragrance is great. If you like spices, oud, and tobacco, it's great fragrance, something you need to smell. It's way better than I expected. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, well, like and share. If you tried this fragrance before, tell me what you think about it. Also, I know there's a lot of fragrance by Chopard. If you tried any of these and you think they're great, tell me which one you enjoyed, especially in the Malaki line. We always hear of Oud Malaki, but there are other, I think there's Musk Malaki also that exists, and maybe a couple others, not so savvy about them. But if there's other fragrance by them that are really amazing, then I should try. Write them in the comment. So, thanks for watching and see you soon.